Looking to create a simple website, one that doesn't change very often, like a static website? Well, you've come to the right video. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a quick, free, and no-code website. So the only requirement that you need in order to do this is a Google Gmail account. That's it. That's nothing else. So I've started over here in a free Google account. Emphasis on free. What we're going to do here isn't going to cost a dime. All right. So I've created a folder within my Google Drive called website. And then I created a couple of subfolders in there. This is just for organization because as you build out your website, you're going to be adding pictures and you're going to be adding documents and things like that. Uh, so it's good idea to make a couple of subfolders to put them in, right? So from here, we just need to create a new file for a Google site. This is a uh, this is a document. This is like a Word document. Uh, that's where I've been taking notes for this video. So I'm going to come over here to this button, click New, go down to More, and then down to Google Sites. Now that's going to open up a new tab. And this new tab is our editor. This editor is what you see is what you get. And so when we get to the point where we can publish something, you'll see this is very straightforward. It's not hard. If you can use Microsoft Word, first thing we're going to want to do is rename the site. And so I'm just going to say test site. And we're going to name this my travels. All right. So first thing we're going to want to come over here and do is choose a theme. The theme is just going to apply some colors, a background on the banner, and some font. Now that most of the time these themes are adjustable so you can change them after the fact. So I'm going to come down here to Diplomat. I, I there's a couple of themes that I like to play around with, and Diplomat's kind of one of them. So I'm going to start to insert things. Now there's three sections up here at the top. We've got Insert, Pages, and Themes. Insert is where all the objects is that you're going to use to build out your page. Pages is exactly what it sounds like. You can create multiple pages. And when you do that, it'll automatically create a menu for you, a little drop-down menu that users that visit your site can choose from. Then we got the themes that we covered a few minutes ago. So I'm going to come back over to here to insert, and we're going to start to build out the uh, page. Now, the thing about how this web page functions is that we're going to start to build sections throughout the page. Okay, so I'm going to pull over a content block, and all I did was click this content block, and it automatically created a new section along with two objects in here for pictures and some text to go underneath them. Okay, so I'm going to click the plus, and we've got different choices of where we want to get those pictures from. We can get them from our own computer, we can select them, or we can get them from our Google Drive. I'm going to click select image. I'm going to come up here to Google Images. these are the images that I've got loaded on my Google Drive, because you'll notice that this comes up here as well. So I'm going to go to Google Images, and I'm going to say beach. I like to go to the beach, right? So I'm going to select a photo, and it automatically shows up here. I'm going to put in a title. My beach experience, right? I did not walk in. So now I'm going to come over here to the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing with this picture. I'm going to come over here, click Select Image, click Google Images, and this time I'm going to say cruise ship. And I'm going to select a cruise ship that I think looks pretty darn cool. All right. And I can't see what the name of the ship is, but we're just going to figure out it's going to be Odyssey. I don't remember how to spell Odyssey. So we're going to say Carnival. And maybe this is the Mardi Gras. No idea if it is or isn't. This is for demo only. Okay, so now we've got a couple of pictures up here. So now we're going to come down here and we're going to load another picture, another section that's going to have pictures built into it. I just clicked on this and another whole section got automatically built, and now I can do the same thing. So we're going to select an image. All right, we're just going to say mountains, and we're going to select some cool mountains. I selected a picture. I'm going to click Insert. Do the same thing with these other two sections. Now you'll notice I don't have an opportunity to put text here. That's the way this particular content block is built out. Maybe I'll actually find Smoky Mountains this time. And look at that, I recognize a couple of these photos already. So I'm going to select this one, hit Insert. Same thing with this one. All right. And let's say this one. Say this was a group photo, right? Some friends that were hiking. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to do a couple of other things. Now I'm going to add a calendar. Now, what can you use a calendar for? Depends on the content of your site. So this could be a club website where we want to share information about when our meetings are. Right? So I'm going to come over here and it lets me select calendars that I can display. So I'm going to select the calendar that I've got for this website. Click Insert. And sure enough, see, it automatically starts showing up future meetings. So now I'm going to then pull in a slide. Okay, click Slides. Click Insert. This is my slide deck. Now it showed up down here, but what you can do is now you can move it. These lines, these vertical lines that show up. All right, so I'm going to let go, and sure enough, it automatically aligns everything. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on Sheets. So here, this is a sheet that is actually saved on the Google Drive of this account. Automatically creates a new content block. In case you haven't figured out, I am a ham radio operator, and so I do ham radio stuff as well. Okay, so now this page is pretty much built the way I want it, right? So we can come over here and we can create multiple pages, right? So all we got to do now is we can do new page. We do have other options. I'm not going to get into the weeds on a lot of this other stuff, maybe in future videos. New page, we're going to give it a name, and we're going to say page 2. Click done. This just gave us a brand new page. Now you notice it's starting to build some links up here for the menus. You can actually have submenus as well. Same thing just like we did on the other page, where you can build out sections to include these objects. I'm going to demonstrate a third page. Why not? Page 3. You can do subpages where a menu will then show up. All I did was drag page 3 on top of page 2, and it automatically created a drop down from the page 2. All right, let's go back to the home page. Okay, so now we're happy with everything we're done. We're going to publish. The first time we go to do it, it's a two-step process. So when I click on this publish button, it's going to ask me, what do I want the web address to look like? Now, this first section here, this is part of the URL, but we don't get to choose it. This is just part of the functionality of Google Sites. So I'm going to say my travels. It's already taken. So I'm going to say caveman. So now that's good. That gave me a checkmark. This will be the URL that I could turn around and share with friends. You can check this box to request search engines to not display my site in their search results. It's up to you. I'll go ahead and check it. I'm going to delete this whole page afterwards. So now click publish. So now it's published. It's actually out there. So let's go take a look at it. So I went up here to the publish button and I hit this little arrow that's next to it. This brings a drop down. And so I want to view the published site. And this is what the real site looks like and all its functionality. Okay, so it's really that easy. Now, if you come in here to make changes, let's say we change, let's say we select, go to Google image. Well, okay, let's use it off the gallery. So this gallery is a feature that's available to us as Google available banners, right? So we're coming here and we'll say, let's go a little psychedelic here, insert, and this becomes our background. Now, when I click the publish button, that's how we get the changes to go out to the internet and update the public website. Until I do that, nothing gets changed on the public facing website. So if I come over here without doing the publish, I still see the old banner. Now, click publish, and it's going to do a side-by-side comparison, and it's going to tell me what the differences are. Click publish, and it's that easy. So now come over here to the public website. I'm going to hit refresh. It's not immediate, but it takes it a few seconds, but it will update. Now, the link that I mentioned earlier about sharing with friends, family, social media, you can do it a couple of different ways. You can do it from the public website here. The thing here, though, is you only want this section here. You don't want the rest of this. Now, another way to do this, go into Publish Settings, and you could copy it right here. This is the URL that you could then turn around and copy and share this with friends. And that concludes creating a brand new site that's very customizable, and it's totally for free. Did not cost us a dime. Yes, you could take it a step further and get a custom domain for it. That's beyond this conversation, because that's a little more technical. And so I wanted this to be a no code instruction. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Have a nice day.